Hey guys, episode 31 of the ISA portfolio series. As always, if you want to get a free share worth up to £100, use the link below in the description or as a pinned comment and sign up to Trading212. So, bit of a choppy week this week, down about 2,000 or 3,000. It's in the sort of GameStop Reddit sort of fiasco. It's been causing a bit of volatility. Some stuff has sold off, some stuff's been going up. Silver has actually done quite well, so the Merian Gold and Silver Fund not doing too bad, but the BlackRock sort of more gold focused one is the cause of the drop. But obviously fairly bullish on this in the sort of 2 or 3 month term, so holding on. Over on the ISA, down a little bit on this. So main thing would be selling out a little bit of First Majestic Silver. Unfortunately, I did actually sell around about sort of $14. It sort of come up to that beginning of the week from last week sort of being about $12, $11. It came up to $14, and I wanted to get into Argo blockchain, so I sold off a little bit of First Majestic, about a quarter of the position, and bought into Argo blockchain. Timing was horrendous because I bought right at the top here at the beginning of the week, and then it sort of dropped with the sort of Bitcoin drop again, but has since risen sort of back above 90p. So technically sort of if in profit, but obviously it's a wide sort of spread on that, so the sell price is still 85p. So it's a penny above my buy price, but that one's still technically a loss. But just wanted to have a little bit more crypto exposure in the ISA, so thought I'd go for that. But yeah, First Majestic has since sort of risen hugely, and is nearly up to the value that I had before, only with 3/4 of the shares. So that's not too bad, but obviously that wasn't the best timing there. The ArcPi has sold off a little bit, just I think with the general sort of volatility. Obviously the super high growth stocks take a little bit of a hit when there's turmoil, so they've come down a little bit. I have sort of slightly rebalanced this because it was getting quite a bit out of line. So Teladoc, Twist and Pacific are now the largest positions. I think as this sort of gets larger, if I start adding more money to it and selling out of Bitcoin and gold and that sort of thing, and this becomes a proper position, I may just bite the bullet and copy one of the pies and sort of have the 40 or 50 stocks, and I'll just have to sort of ignore them when I'm looking through the investment list, because they'll probably be smaller percentages. But yeah, not sure I can be bothered to sort of keep viewing it too much to keep rebalancing, but see how that goes. So not too much other movement. Everything sort of pretty much seems to be a little bit down. Bitcoin has done quite well actually with the recent rise, so that's up a couple of £100 on that. I think it was about 1,600 last week. BT is down. Sentiment, yeah, most of the sort of big gold stocks are down, so sentiment's down as well. Most of the other REITs are sort of a little bit down. Yeah, everything's down this week. Nintendo, yeah, 5% down. Just got to take these weeks as normal. Polymetal under £16 now, so 6% down in the last week. which is basically at my buy price now, £15.78. So not been the best performer, but as I say, should do well over the next few months, in my opinion. Everything else pretty much bobbling around. A little penny stock supply at Me Capital, sort of not doing a lot. Sylvania Platinum has taken a big hit in the last week. I think rhodium prices have sort of come off the sort of massive explosion they were having, and I think that coupled with sort of everything else, people are just sold off a little bit on this, but I think I've got their sort of annual results and hopefully special dividend announcement coming soon, so still hoping for a bit of a rise in there. May sort of start to sell a little bit off, get to £1.25, I think. Taylor Wimpey, again, another fair drop just with the rest of the market, but a little bit more extreme than the rest of the market. House builders taking a bit of a battering. And Virgin Galactic actually done quite well. I did say I was thinking about selling this. It sort of pumped hugely and I was thinking about selling, but by the time I come to it, sort of come right down, and I'll just wait for a little bit more good news before I get out of this. Obviously 60% up, it's done quite well, but it'd be nice just to sort of get a little bit more if that can do a bit more, and then probably put that into yet more REITs. So that's the ISA. And over to the invest account, added about £750 this week, but seen a bit of a drop sort of across the board, so I think we're actually down on last week's figure, about 47, so the little investment certainly helped. Most of the stocks sort of across the board are a little bit down, but the buys this week, bought a little bit of another share of Archer Daniels Midland. None of the Broadcom and Caterpillar all sort of seem a little bit premium price. Bought into FedEx, a full share, because it seems to be taking a real hit, but still has pretty decent sort of earning projections and fundamentals, so look pretty good. Another share of Intel, again, look fairly good. Didn't bother going for any of the ETFs, just leave them as they are for the minute until I get some sort of bigger money to put in those. Half a share, I believe, of Johnson & Johnson. They look sort of fairly fine. Recently had a bit of an earnings upgrade to their projected earnings, so again it makes the sort of forward PEs look a little bit better. Didn't go for Kroger or Legal & General, Lennar. I bought a full share of Lockheed Martin, because they've taken a real hammering over the last sort of week or even the last month, really. So still think they look good, so we'll carry on buying. So it's £2,700 now. Obviously, as it keeps coming down, I'm adding more shares, but the position isn't particularly growing just because of the drop. Added a little bit more of Micron, just while it's sort of around the price that I paid. They look quite good, so got a little bit more of them. Didn't go for Nintendo. Thinking I might actually just sell Neo. Been seeing a lot of sort of bad stuff about them, potentially a lot of share dilution coming, some sort of very strange ownership sort of arrangements with the Chinese government, looks like they may be sort of trying to have it as two companies, and outside China investors basically will own a sort of shell company, and the Chinese government are sort of owning the Neo-China. So yeah, it looks like potentially international investors might get a bit screwed over on that, so don't be surprised if that one's gone by next week. Up 30%, so can't complain. Didn't go for any more Porsche. I mean, it's quite a big position with this and Volkswagen combined, so it's doing okay, but yeah, 5% down. I thought it's nearly 3,000, I think just over £3,000 with that and Volkswagen combined, so I didn't go for that. Raytheon has seen a bit of a sort of up and down move in the last week, but yeah, didn't go for any of that. None of those. Most Ciento and Shell, Siemens, just sort of a little bit down. Yeah, so I think it was just Tyson Foods bought one more share, and that was pretty much the buys for this week. I see Unilever did actually get a free share, so I think this is my fifth or sixth free share, so thank you to whoever got that. That's a pretty nice one to get. I always sell the free shares if they're not a long-term hold, but I did get one of Shell before, so I kept that. And Unilever, not something I would really be looking to buy into at the moment. Seems an okay price, but they're just not sort of growing particularly. Obviously seen a little bit of a downturn this week, but even so, it just seems maybe a little expensive, but it's obviously always done well over the long term, so I'll certainly keep the free share. It's in the long term pie, so pretty happy with that. £42 free share. But yeah, that's the portfolio this week. So bit of choppiness, bit of down, but you got to take these and expect them over the course of a year. Yeah, so drop a like, as always appreciated. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you soon.